Alright folks, Bearded Appliance Repair, and we got a KitchenAid ice machine we're working on today. And this sucker is overfilling. I mean, it just won't stop making ice. It's like the Energizer Bunny. And in my experience, every time I've ran into this, it has been the bin thermostat. It's located right over here behind all this ice. You see that ice touching it? When that ice gets up there, it's supposed to stop. Pretty much when ice is touching it, for the most part, this thing is supposed to quit making it. So, like I was saying, in my experience, it has always been that thermostat that's been the problem. And I've probably done this job maybe 50 times now over the past 8 years. But if you're here and you want to know for sure that that's your problem, stay tuned. I will have the part linked down in the description down below. There's two of them. This one here is on the older models, and then there's another one that looks like a goalie hockey stick, or the shape of a L or whatever. That's for the newer model. This one here is getting close to 20 years old. For the ones that are probably 15 or less, or maybe 10 or less, they might have the hockey stick type. But anyways, all you gotta do is look at them. If it's in the shape of an L, it's the newer type. If it's this shape right here, then it's that one. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. How you gotta get to it is there's two screws, one here, one here. They're 1/4 inch and they're stainless, so they're not magnetic. And also we're gonna get rid of this ice here a little bit, but let's get this thing mounted on my head. Let's get to work. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is get rid of some of this ice. That should be plenty, and we will go ahead and shut her off. So 2 screws, one here, one here. And this panel comes right off. If you got the newer type, it's easy. You pretty much just unclip it, she comes out, no screws necessary. But right here is where your thermostat is connected. It's also secured by this guy here. Okay, here is your thermostat. It's an old one. Here's your new one. And how you test it is you get a glass of ice water. This is our old thermostat hooked up. We're really close to 35. This is 33.8. Roughly, ice water is really close to 35 degrees. This here is 33.8, which makes sense because frozen water is 32, and then you got water in there. It would be 32 or less than 32 if that probe was actually inside the ice cube. But we're supposed to be getting around 29,000 ohms, and we're getting 27,000 ohms. And a new one at 34 degrees or so should be around that 30,000 ohm mark. So this thermostat here is bad. This is how you test it with a multimeter. You got to have one that can read up to probably 50,000 ohms, because some of them, I mean, you'll go purchase them and they just don't go this high, so you have to be careful which ones you guys actually purchase. And then get yourself some ice water, put the thermistor inside the ice water, let it equalize, let it sit, you know, for 5 minutes or so, and see what they read. And a good one should be close to 30,000 ohms. Plus or minus, 900 ohms. So I think the actual number is 29.9 K ohms. So you can go down to 29 even, or you can go up to 30.8 K ohms. So yeah, this thermistor is definitely bad. We're going to go ahead and put that new one on and pretty much call it a day. So yeah, this is how you test a bin thermostat on a KitchenAid ice maker to see if it's working properly. Screw you, pot now. Yeah, this up here, folks, is the cutting grid. So try to keep the wires out of the cutting grid. Yours most likely is going to come back behind this and up. But I've had to replace this thing before. And it's a lot easier to unhook it and pull it forward. That's the way I do it anyways. And yeah, this thing, we're going to take a look at it tomorrow, and we're going to see what it looks like. It should be, you know, around this level here. It shouldn't be, you know, completely full like we saw at the beginning of this. So yeah, we're going to turn it on. So we got the thermostat in. We're going to let it run. Likely we'll find out tomorrow if it does the job or not. Or we have to remove some of that ice. But yeah, that's it. That's the bin thermostat on these KitchenAid ice machines. This will also work on a Whirlpool ice machine. So if you have a Whirlpool and or KitchenAid, these procedures should be really close to each other. The only difference may be this panel here, which we actually got to get back on. That's, you guys know, nothing to it. Two screws. I can recommend go ahead and screwing them in because they are not stainless. I mean, they are not magnetic, so they won't connect to your magnetic tool. Or you guys have the socket set, which isn't magnetic anyways. There it is. So you're done. She needs a cleaning though. Maybe that'll be next. Thanks for watching, y'all.